The greatest ideas have come from sitting on the toilet. Every day, some company, individual, or group is known for giving the public a load of bullshit. Come here to get your daily dose of shit by Alan Cousin. It's time you hear the shit everyone wants to know.
Good evening, everyone, and hello there. Welcome to your daily dose of shit with your host, Alan Cousin. Today, Thursday, January 19th, 2023. We're 19 days into the new year. Still here, surprisingly. Surviving, as they say. Barely. But anyway. Today's topic, well, I just don't know what to say. I really just don't know what to say. It's one of those situations where I don't know whether to cry or to laugh or to just go, what the F? But I'm just going to let you decide, because I'm just going to talk about it and you can just decide on your own what you want to think about it. Because trust me, it caught me off guard. So I'm pretty sure it's going to catch you off guard too. So today, of course, while I was, sitting on the toilet, my porcelain throne, as they say, I decided to read up on some news. Because, of course, I get my news, So I decided, let me go ahead and post my news and read up on some news and see what's important and what information I need to tell my interns to post or my staff to put up on our news media and our app and so forth. So, normal thing, while I'm trying to get the poos in the ball, boys in the pool, that is, sorry. A little confused today, It's been one of those days, I guess I can say. But anyway, moving forward. So I'm sitting on a porcelain throne trying to get the boys in the pool. Of course, it's not as easy as it should be because I think eating cheese didn't help last night, but that cheese platter just so damn good. I love cheese and I'm lactose intolerant, but I just don't care. No, I don't. Just love to be tortured, I guess. Anyway, I came up on this article and I had to look at it twice. Because I said, no. This cannot be true. Article says, American Airlines promises flight attendants a free bowl of chili if they don't pick it next week. I'm going to say this one more time just to make sure you got this clarification here of what I read on this article. American Airlines promises flight attendants a free bowl of chili if they don't pick it next week. I don't know about you, but my first reaction and my second reaction, because are you serious? I mean, really, are you serious? So I said, I'm going to go ahead and read this article because sometimes I do what you call a skim, just see if it's worthy enough to be posted on my news media. But this one, I say I got to read it all the way through. So it's clear that right now, the American Airlines flight attendants are not too happy because they feel they're not getting paid enough with their new contract coming on, coming this year. And they feel like that with the new work rules and of course, the indirect and sometimes direct verbal violence, and sometimes violence that they're getting on the plane from customers that they feel like they just deserve a little bit more than what they're getting. And I can agree with that on some occasions. So they're going to do a informative picketing at the airlines hubs, as well as also in Boston and San Francisco, to kind of get some attention, maybe some media attention, which they've already gotten a little bit, of course, because somebody posted this in an article, and of course you see me right now talking about it. So who knows who's going to talk about it after this. And American Airlines, for its part, has been telling cabin crew on the same day as the picketing that they'll be serving free chili inside the airport, which flight attendants have taken to mean they can have chili if they don't show up to protest. Now, in fairness, of course, the chili service will start before the picketing, because flight attendants will be picketing only outside between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on that particular day. So it doesn't show much dedication, because basically they can get that chili and then, they can go pick it actually, and then they can eat the chili, or, they can get the chili before they pick it. So, I mean, it's not like they're stopping them totally from getting the chili, but it's just the audacity of saying, hey, we got some free bowl of chili in here, if you decide to come inside. And one flight attendant asks whether there will be cornbread as well, or it seems to me that chili is pretty cheap. Maybe they can tempt the flight attendants with a little salad and even some dessert course too. Might change their mind, right? I mean, women love dessert. Who doesn't like dessert and sweets? But more so women, they love their sweets, right? So American Airlines, maybe if you get some brownies, some cakes, some little bit of pies, that might do a whole lot better than a bowl of chili. Just saying. And will this bowl of chili have seasoning? Will it have some cheese, sour cream? Or will it just be a regular, boring bowl of canned chili maybe? Not even home-cooked chili, I mean, you really wasn't really descriptive there, American Airlines, and how good or bad this bowl of chili was going to be, because it does determine whether someone's going to take their time to eat it. Because you got to remember, especially in Texas, state of Texas, now, don't you mess with their chili in Texas now. I mean, when you tell a person about chili and they talk about cooking their chili, they get serious here in Texas. I'm telling you. So, you might want to be a little more descriptive next time, Mr. American Airlines, when you decide you want to offer a free bowl of chili. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, really? And flight attendants, I mean, you got to go through a course to get the job. You may not even pass the course. So technically, if you're working a job and you apply as a flight attendant for an airline, you have to quit your job that you're working. You have to take a course that's, last time I recall was non-paid, and then pass the course to then become a full-time flight attendant, and then of course be hired. And then as a flight attendant, you have to start out on routes in which you bid on these routes. Okay, so that means you don't just get a route where you say, oh, I want to go to Hawaii, or I want to go to France. No. You have to bid on the route you want, and then of course based on your seniority base determines what bid you get. And then you got to work your way up with seniority to get better bids, waiting for the other people who have higher seniority to retire or leave. So, being a flight attendant isn't all it's cracked up to be. It's not as easy as you think it is, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you, they go through some situations where they have to keep a certain height, or a certain weight, basically, distribution, because, getting through those aisles, of course, isn't as easy as it can be sometimes. I mean, I remember back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, you had to be a certain weight to become a flight attendant. I mean, now they've at least changed that where you can actually be BBW and still get the job. But before that, if you were a certain way, you wasn't even qualified or even considered to go for flight attendant school to possibly pass and become a flight attendant. So women have gone through a lot, and I want to tell you, I salute you. I admire you, and I am here for you because you have gone through a lot. Females have gone through so much and still don't get the respect that they deserve for the hard work that they perform and do. And flight attendants, y'all go through a whole lot. Whether it's an hour flight or a 13-hour flight, you do a lot with serving towels, food, drinks, assisting with people who are not doing their proper diligence and not smoking on the airplane, or babies that are crying, or people who might be belligerent, or having a speech problem, where they might need assistance and understanding. I mean, there's a long list of things that you do as a flight attendant that people really don't pay attention. And just the customer service itself. I mean, having to deal with people that sometimes can be a little violent, or verbalization is just a little too negative, or they may feel like they have to keep their bag and you're letting them know that there's nothing you can do because their bag's too big to go on the plane. I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot. And in all honesty, y'all deserve every single penny you can get because you've worked your butt to get where you are and to get the status of being a flight attendant for that particular airline. And I hope Delta's doing a whole lot better with their flight attendants, and United is doing a whole lot better with theirs than American. Because, like I said, these flight attendants deserve a lot of respect for the courtesy they give, the customer service they offer, and also for the smile they always give while working their diligent long hours, flying 30 to 50,000 feet above the air and taking a chance every day with that airline going up, being assured and trusting that that plane is going to land that same day without any problems. I'm just saying. Now, there's some flight attendants out there that wasn't the greatest. I mean, I used to work for Delta Airlines myself back in the day. And when I worked for Delta Airlines, there were some times that those planes came in and those flight attendants who normally would help, with the cleaning service, and we help with the cleaning service, get that plane in and out as quickly as possible so we can get those passengers on board and get them on their flight because, it wasn't their fault that the plane was late. But sometimes I had a few flight attendants that would look at me and go, that's not my job. Well, guess what? It wasn't my job either as a supervisor to do that. But I did it anyway. I was a gate supervisor, and my job was to handle the gate, not the airplane. But I got on that plane and helped cleaned it because I wanted to get those customers out on time because it wasn't their fault the plane came in late. And guess what? The sooner we get it out, the sooner they can get to their destination. So I will say not all flight attendants are the greatest. No. There are a few bad ones in there that might need to leave the Society of Flight Attendants or just leave all airlines put together because they really don't deserve to be there and they don't deserve to earn or have the title of a flight attendant. But the majority of them are pretty good. The ones I've dealt with for the most part, very sensitive, caring, nice. And just remember, they're human just like everyone else. They're human beings that deserve respect just like everybody else. And they're just doing their job, trying to do it to the best of their ability, trying to make sure that you get treated fairly and get the customer service and the dedication that you have been promised by the airline, by policy and procedures that you've heard about, read about, and seen on advertisements. And they do their job and do a wonderful job of making sure to provide that. So I think it'll just be respectful. Even though we might be going through a possible recession and money might be hard, still, kindness is always something to think about. Because in the long run, when you're kind to others, you tend to have a wave of kindness come back to you in return. Are you listening to American Airlines? Are you hearing me? Because guess what? I'm just saying, be kind to these young and old and middle-aged women that are just trying to do their job and trying to do it to the best of their ability, but sometimes just may not be treated as fair as they should be, and may just need a little extra money to help with their kids or with their family or just with themselves, because inflation is just not being fair to us right now. But there's no reason to take it out on them, because they're still doing their job and they're still coming to work every day looking forward to serving the customers and keeping that loyalty, because they want to do what they were hired to do: serve, have great customer service, great ethics, great morale, and make people want to come back and fly on American Airlines. And remember, Pan Am. Don't forget Pan Am now. Yeah, that major airline that they said would never shut down, never ever go out of business, right? Where's Pan Am now? Just saying. So I hope American Airlines takes care of their flight attendants, and I hope that all the other airlines are doing the same, because trust me, if you're not, we'll find out sooner or later. And when we find out, you know what they say, doesn't take long for the word to get out and everybody to start talking. And trust me, there's some people out there that if you're not taking care of their employees, that they have to see when they fly, they might change their airline somewhere else. Now those business people, yeah, they're not changing anything because they don't control it anyway. They're just flying for free. But those that have a choice just might go to another airline if you're not taking care of your employees that serves them and makes them happy. Just saying. So, anyway, just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. And of course, feel free to let other people know about this, and maybe call American Airlines yourself or write American Airlines and just let them know how you feel, because I'm sorry, a bowl of chili just is not going to do when it comes to taking care of your employees, and especially when you say that you are a company that cares. So, in case you want to let someone know about this, feel free to call them at 1-800-433-7300 or go to aa.com and write a complaint. But once again, that's 1-800-433-7300. Or, like I said, go to aa.com and write a complaint. Let them know how you feel. Alright. Well, this is Alan Cousin with your daily dose of shit on Thursday, January 19th, 2023. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow with your next daily dose of who knows what, as I sit on the toilet reading the news, playing games, and just thinking, because hey, what more can you do when you're sitting there, right? Alright, have a good one.
Thanks for listening to your Daily Dose of Shit Talk Show. If you have some insights, questions, or information of bullshit to pass on, please email us at momentousevents@aol.com. Make sure to come back daily to hear some new shit about money, business, life, and who knows what else, as I take a dump on the toilet.